Hello, you all. Welcome to my hCG diet journey. Today, I'm giving you an update on how I did on days 15 and 16 on the scale on the hCG diet. Again, I am not a medical professional or trying to tell you what to do. This is a documentation of my journey and my information. Do your own research and consult your physician. Okay, that out of the way. Let's take a look at how days 15 and 16 went. Now, we just came off of a week of craziness. About a week ago, I fell off the wagon, ate carbs with some sugar, too many calories, had a couple days of doing better but not great. No more carbs. I kept all the carbs out, but didn't do great in terms of the general overall caloric intake. Not horrible, but not great. Not exact protocol. And I knew that when I was doing it. So the weight loss was very slow. There was the 1 pound gain right away about a week ago, on the day I fell off the wagon and had the big chicken wrap thing. And then it was a very slow week of point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.1, point 0.1, getting back to where I was. So this is why you don't cheat on the diet. That was a week wasted for me in terms of zero weight loss. But at the end of the week, I didn't gain. I mean, I did gain the pound, but like a week later, we're back to the beginning. So I'm looking at it positively. We are moving forward, and I am back on track now. So, day 15 and day 16, here are my numbers. On the 15th day, I got on the scale and I had lost zero point 0.9 pounds. So, that was very exciting. Very exciting, especially since the day before was the first day that I started to lose well again. So, just to recap, after I gained the pound on that day after not eating well, I gained zero point 0.1, 2 more days after that. So, it was really 3 days of weight gain, if you want to count one weight gain, which it is. So a little depressing. After that, it was minus zero point 0.4, minus zero point 0.1, and then minus zero point 0.8 yesterday. Because I'm going back and doing some of these days. So as of yesterday, for all intents and purposes, the last time that I did an update anyway, I had lost 0.8 pounds and I was excited. So that was day 14. Here we are at day 15, and I lost 0.9 after that 0.8 day. So that was very exciting and indicative to me that, okay, I'm back on track. My body has just got hCG. All the carbs are gone. We're working like a well-oiled machine. And the day after that, day 16, I lost 1.2 pounds. So very exciting, very exciting. Overall, as of day number 16, I was down 8.2 pounds. So 8.2 pounds in 16 days, again, for any other diet in the world, would be amazing. And quite frankly, I'm going to say it's amazing for this too, because based on what I did, it's not like I ate really well this entire time. Sorry, I had to mark off so that I don't repeat myself. If I would have just been doing plain chicken and boiled vegetables with some spices on it, and definitely no more than 500 calories a day, then this weight loss would be very disappointing to have lost in 16 days 8.2 pounds. But that's not what I'm doing. We already know that in my way of cheating is I'm adding a little bit more fats into this diet than are permitted or allowed. And that is just me trying to do this in a way that's going to be something that's sustainable afterwards. I'm eating in a way that I could eat regularly afterwards, not the same uh, portion size, if you will. But then again, that has been my downfall all along, is portion control. So a big part of why I do this diet is to try to readjust my thinking as to how much food does my body truly need, and to stop at a normal portion. And I am learning that as I go along on this diet. So I do not have carbs, with the exception of slipping and falling off the wagon. But in my typical day, that was only one out of 16 days. I will not have any carbs, and I will not have any sugars, with the exception of any sugar that would be in the salad dressing. And I tried to find salad dressings that aren't too high, and try not to use too much of it, less than 2 tablespoons on a huge, big old bowl of lettuce. Um, and then I have a protein in there. And sometimes it's a really good protein, like a whitefish or a chicken. And sometimes we do salmon because I just love salmon. But that's a fattier food and it's a higher caloric intake. So, that being said, understanding that that's what I'm doing. Oh, and let me just say that every now and then for a snack, I'll throw in a hot dog. I mean, not a hot dog on a bun or anything, but I will heat up an all beef hot dog and dip it in mustard and eat it as an extra snack, if you will, which really is equal to a meal and has way too many calories and is not something that I'm supposed to be doing. So, all that considered, since that's what I'm doing, as I'm taking the hCG drops, to be 16 days in and down 8.2 pounds is very, very exciting. It's hard. I normally on a diet would be ecstatic to lose that in a month's time. So this is a half of that amount of time, and I do not feel deprived, and I'm never hungry on this diet. Got my dosing down that I know exactly how much drops I need within the day, not too many, not too little. Um, Pretty close to the amount that are on the bottle that they say. I think they say to take 15, and I take about that, maybe a couple more. And on days if I start to feel like more lethargic in that, I might take less because I find if I take too much of it, it kind of makes me fatigued. So, how did I eat on days 15 and 16? Or the day before day 15 when I got on the scale, and the day before 16. So, on the first day when I lost the point 0.9, I had eaten one of my big old salads, as I told you about, and it had salmon in it. So, and I just have lettuce and that. I mean, there's no croutons, there's no cheese, there's no even extra vegetables I don't put in there either. I just use, I like a good romaine lettuce anyway. So it's romaine lettuce with a little bit of salad dressing, part that I'm not really supposed to have, and then a piece of salmon. So I did go down zero point 0.9 having that salmon on that day. And that's all I ate. Again, I'm also doing intermittent fasting, so I just have that big, huge meal at one time in the evening. Didn't have another snack that day, didn't feel the need, wasn't hungry. I was fine. The next day, day 16, the day before, I was meeting a friend for lunch. She gave me a list of 5 restaurants that I could choose from. And I looked at the menus of all of them and could not find something that didn't have a significant amount of carbs in it, or carbs on the side that were gonna, I go to an Italian restaurant and they have fresh baked bread there that they serve with your meal. I mean, you're just asking for punishment. I mean, just asking for it. So I came out and told her that I am in the process of dieting right now. So I did choose the restaurant, Core Source. Core Source? No, that's my dental insurance. Core Life. Core Life, which is a very healthy eating. If you haven't been there before, it is very much like a Chipotle, but all salads. So you choose your protein, you choose your greens, you choose your toppings, you choose your salad dressing at the end. When I was there, I built my own salad. So it had, let me see, romaine lettuce, grilled chicken. I believe I actually put some bacon on it. And I had another vegetable and an egg. Well, I don't think they give you a full egg, but it had egg on it. I basically had the Cobb salad, but I built my own. It was a Cobb salad, and I modified it a little bit. I'm trying to remember exactly what the modification was. But let's just, for all intents and purposes, say I had a Cobb salad. Love Cobb salads. Don't like Cobb salad dressing at all. So I asked for their Caesar, which I know has the highest fat content, but we've talked about this before. I don't like salad dressing, so I probably should have brought a little container of my own. But this is a friend I wasn't as close with. Like, we're close, but you have those kind of friends that you can bring whatever you want in, and maybe they even do laugh at you, but you can laugh along with them and just say, hey, this is what I want to eat. And then there's other people that you're afraid of them thinking that you're now crazy for bringing your own stuff in. So this is one of those friends that I thought, I don't want to be judged. I'll just have their, and it was, it's a healthy restaurant, so their Caesar salad dressing was Greek yogurt based. So I knew it was going to be a lot less fat and a lot less calories in it, and I was excited to kind of have a Greek yogurt based Caesar salad dressing because I like Caesar salad dressing so much. So I thought this will be a great way to get me to start eating a healthier Caesar salad dressing because typically I don't like the locale salad dressings that they have in the stores. They're too tangy. They don't. They have too much of a bite to them. So let me just start off by saying I wasn't a fan of the salad dressing. I should have tasted it before I poured some of it on. I didn't. I luckily only poured half of the little container on my salad, and I ate it okay, but you could tell it was made with Greek yogurt. Not worth it. I mean, I would have preferred to not have any salad dressing on it than to have that. So live and learn next time I bring my own salad dressing. Um, but I lost 1.2 pounds the next day. That's all I had was that salad. And there's always that fear when you go to a restaurant of it just being so different from what you're used to eating or something along that line. And, I hadn't had egg this entire diet. You can sometimes use egg as your protein substitute for chicken, but my salad had chicken and egg. Now, mind you, it's from a restaurant, so there wasn't a ton of either, so it was probably normal portion size. At home, I probably would have put a little bit more of both on if I did it. I would have cut up an entire egg and put it on there and then had some chicken too. Um, so yeah, I'm very excited at this point in the journey, and I'll keep you up to date how things are going. This is an indication you can go out to eat. If you're somebody like me who smells fresh baked bread and it's sitting on your table, and you cannot resist it, don't put yourself in the situation. That's what I did. I just made the choice. I was upfront, told her why, told her I saw things on the menus of the other restaurants that looked amazing. And they were places I'd never been to before. So I really did want to go eat at them. But I couldn't do it and be faithful to the diet and enjoy myself. And I'm just cheap. I'm the kind of person, I mentioned that I felt bad when my father was paying for the meal and I didn't want to say none of the carbs because there were two carbs for the breakfast and say, no, I don't want either of those, but still want to pay the same price. Um, an apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Kind of the same way. If I'm going to buy uh, meat and vegetable dinner and it comes with hot, fresh baked bread and this to say no to that hot, fresh baked bread, part of me is just kind of like, you paid for it, just eat it. Um, and the other part of me is just like, you love bread. I am very much on Team Oprah when it comes to bread. I love bread. I could live on bread. I've looked up before the bread diet and a potato diet. So, which don't exist, but I mean, they kind of do. I did find one, and basically, the potato one, you just eat potatoes all day. And the intent behind it is you get so that you eat less and less of them and you lose weight. But doesn't sound like a very healthy way to go about dieting. All right, so what am I going to talk about today? Not a whole bunch. I just wanted to address exercise. In general, on the hCG diet, you have such a calorie restriction that exercise is not encouraged as it is in most diets. And again, keep in mind that the philosophy behind this diet is that your body is burning your fat stores and not your muscle stores. So you should be retaining your muscle, your fat should be going away, your muscle should be there. Now, that being said, it's understood that if you literally lay in bed all day, that the muscles that you do have are going to start to fatigue and go away. You have to keep using them to maintain them. I found myself, when I did the diet for the first time 3 years ago, completely unable to do any kind of exercise. When I was extremely strict on this diet, I felt much weaker overall. and could not do any type of exercise anyway. This time around, with the way that I'm eating and not completely always being under the 500 and adding a little bit of fats into my diet, I find myself having a lot more energy. And therefore, about every other day, I get on the treadmill for about an hour and do a brisk walking with a little bit of an incline. If I would start to feel winded or lightheaded or dizzy or just like more fatigued at near the end of that hour than I normally would, because typically that's what I do on a daily basis. I do an hour of walking on the treadmill. I watch some stuff that's recorded in my DVR as I'm doing it to catch up, and it's a very brisk walk. Depending on the temperature, I may develop a sweat, I may not, depending on how cold the house is or how warm the house is at the given time. Um, and it's an exercise that I can do. I hate exercising, but walking I enjoy. Um, so I do it maybe every other day, maybe every 2 to 3 days actually on this diet when I feel I probably could do it every day, and actually I probably could faithfully do it every other day too. I just honestly find myself distracted and doing other things and not making it a priority on this diet. I think because in the back of my mind I know that I never did exercise on it before and that it's not recommended. Now that being said, it does say it's okay to do walking and some like light type of exercises. You should not be doing any heavy lifting. You're not taking in, you're not going to be able to do enough muscle repair in that. You're not taking enough calories to sustain that. And so, um, don't do any heavy lifting or anything really strenuous, and certainly don't do anything aerobic that's extensive. Don't be running 6 miles or anything like that. If you're somebody who has always run 6 miles every day and you're going on this diet to lose weight and you just cannot go that long without doing it, cut back as much as you possibly can. If you can knock it down to 1 to 2 miles, and then just be aware of your body. Just listen to yourself, and you know if you're feeling out of it or if it's too much for you at that given time. And one of the things that I found exciting about this diet when I had heard about it 3 years ago before I did it was the concept that you will lose all this weight and you don't have to exercise. Because, like I said, I don't really enjoy exercise, and I've done them all. I have a ton of DVDs. I've done every program out there that you can think of. I've done the whole Shakeology thing. I've done Weight Watchers. I've done everyone's personal videos. I've gone from Taibo to yoga to Pilates to high energy things, and yeah, I've probably done it. I've probably done it if it's out there. Some of the online programs have never found an exercise that I enjoyed. So for me, just getting on that treadmill, doing the brisk incline walk while watching something on TV to completely distract me, something that makes me laugh and that I enjoy, makes the time go by quick. That's my thing. Tonight is the Cleveland Browns game. I'm a Clevelander, and I will get on the treadmill during that Browns game and walk, and that will entertain me for the entire time. I will be glued to the television. Once a Browns fan, always a Browns fan, no matter, even through the lean years, and even through a big loss last week, still a Browns fan. All right, that's everything. That's everything. So exercise, you can keep it very light, if you will, if you need to, and also don't do anything very strenuous as you go along. Now, tomorrow, I believe what I am going to do is do a three. No, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was thinking about doing 3 days, but then the fourth day is actually part of that. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll just catch up early and I'll do 4 days in one rather than two and then two the next day. Um, because they kind of all go together again, just like when I fell off the wagon. These next 4 days are kind of all related as well. And yeah, so that's probably surprise. I'm going to have 4 days in one for the next video and then talk about that. I forgot to hit post yesterday on my video, so this morning. I posted yesterday's video, so I apologize about that. But then um, I'll be posting this one again today, so there'll be two that go out today, just so that we can catch up. All right. Sorry I missed that day. It was my fault. I thought that I had hit post already, and I didn't, and then I closed out of the program. So, okay, that's everything. This was more rambling than I normally do. I know. I apologize. I will do my best to edit it, even though we're going to be talking 4 days. I think that I can do a fairly good job of keeping it concise tomorrow. You take care. Happy dieting out there. Like and subscribe, and write any comments down below or questions that you might have. Okay, take care. Have a great day. Bye.